TransByDef. This is Christine, and it's Sunday. I apologize for missing last week with the holidays and everything. I just got busy, and I didn't get a chance to prepare. This week, the topic is trans awareness. What can we do? Ideas of what we can do to raise awareness in our community. One thing. TransByDef still needs more people. We've had open slots the last couple weeks where one of us couldn't post, like me last week. Harley this week. We still don't have anyone on Friday. So if you're interested in helping the community, why not help us? We're friends, or becoming friends amongst the other hosts. Just last night, Katie and Jenny and I were all hanging out and talking to each other. So it's a great and wonderful experience to meet other trans people, but it's also a great and wonderful experience that you can share your experience with others. So keep that in mind. That's a great idea for helping the community at large. Also, I do a lot of Facebook posts about trans awareness, just about things that are going on. Some of it's negative stuff, some of it's positive stuff. A lot of what I post are just sayings that resonate with me or whatever, but I'm representing a trans person to my entire circle of friends, which includes a lot of trans people, but also my coworkers. Also people from our community that I live in, and some friends from, my whole life. A lot of my classmates from high school, all the way down into elementary school, are on my Facebook, and it's probably the same for you. When you affect one life, you will affect other lives down the road. If your interaction with other people is positive, they will have an interaction that's positive with other trans people because of you as the example. So we are not judged always by who we are, but we are the public face of trans people to our friends, and through our friends to their friends. And Katie was talking about this, about how a lot of her friends have changed a lot after she interacted with them and after they got to know her as being transgender. And it's amazing how much of a difference that can make. I know even amongst my coworkers, their views were certainly impacted when I came out and transitioned, because I didn't fit any stereotypes. I don't fit any stereotypes. And yet, I've been trans my entire life. So, part of it is being a positive image for your friends, your coworkers, and your community. Another part of it is just being a positive person. Statistics say that we're not happy, that we suffer extremely high suicide rates, that we're all hurting. Show them those statistics are wrong, even if they're not. That's not to say fake it until you make it, because you can't do that. But overcome. Overcome. Which isn't easy. But you have friends. You can message me. You can message any of the hosts from TransByDef. You can reach out into your community. If there's an LGBT center, if there's a campus community, if you're in college, or there are groups out there, and even the smaller towns sometimes. Maybe just reach out to a counselor for help. Try to find a counselor that can support you. I did a long time in counseling with a counselor who I don't feel could have supported me. And I felt really trapped. That I had to kind of hold back. So, defy the rules. Be different. Be yourself. Be positive. Be available. Being available is like what I did this week, where I gave the presentation I was on a panel discussion with 5 other people. I think it was 5 other people, or it was 5 people with me. But we were talking about trans people in the church, and that was me getting out of my little area in campus or on campus, and reaching out to the larger community, to people that were not transgender. And we had a pretty good, sizable crowd. Maybe 20 people to watch the movie and to ask us questions and to learn a little bit about our lives. It was really a positive experience. And I think everybody walked out of there having learned something. And in order for that to happen, in order for me to be called, people had to know that I'm trans. And I've made myself available to the LGBT groups on campus, to the Women's Center, to UCOSO, which is a group of employees that are sort of tasked with dealing with LGBT needs on campus, and representing those needs to the larger campus community. There are people that were aware that I was trans so that they could ask me. And sometimes you have to step out of your box to make people aware in a place where maybe there's a lot of... for us, we are a very small percentage of the LGBT community. In the neighborhood of 1/2000th of the number of gay people or lesbians. We're tiny as a group. Some numbers are 1 in 10,000, some numbers are 1 in 2,500. People are trans. There's not a whole lot of unity and cohesion there. That's another reason why I like transgender. When we use the title transgender, we bring in a lot of other groups. The others. Not just gay, but they're queer. And queer is just different. There's nothing wrong with that. They don't necessarily fit the binary. And so they fit underneath transgender. Cross-dressers almost never want to be called transgender. They definitely aren't transsexuals. But yet they're outside of that narrow confines of what society expects. And so maybe it's transgressors. We're rule breakers. We're rebels. I don't know. I like trans. That's what I go by. Trans. Anyway, I really don't have anything else constructive to contribute this week. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. A few pictures since the last time I posted will appear as normal with me after this video. Talk to you later. Bye!